Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you with the Monday Night Raw 5-point preview for tomorrow night, which is, well, actually, it is today already. It's going to be November 21st. It's going to be coming to you live from Toronto up there in the Air Canada Centre, or whatever it is up there. They're strongly hinting that Goldberg is going to be on the show in order to sort of, I guess you can say, like, show off his victory. This either could go two ways. It has been being reported that Goldberg is going to be wrestling at the Royal Rumble. That WWE was able to see how over Goldberg is due to his return. A lot of people knew that this was going to be a one and done situation for Goldberg and WWE, who didn't work well back in 2004, but they were able to come back and give it one more fighting chance because WWE needed something to give them a kick in the pants. Goldberg wanted to come back and be able to show that his wife and his son that he used to be a superhero, that this is what he used to do, to be able to show them, what made him famous, so on and so forth. This could either go two ways. Goldberg could come out, basically say, this is the best night of my life, thank you very much, ride off into the sunset and act like this never happened. Or Brock can come out and kick his ass, much like the night after WrestleMania 31. Brock came out on Monday Night Raw, basically said, I want my championship back because Seth Rollins cashed in. He lost his title without actually losing the match due to Rollins pinning Reigns. He lost here at Survivor Series. There's no doubt in anybody's mind. We've seen big matches that Brock Lesnar was involved in where he's here today and gone tomorrow. Not 100% sure if Brock is going to be on there, but if they're going to be doing Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, which doesn't really make sense because unless they're just not going to act like the WrestleMania 20 match happened and maybe do WWE style of doing 3 matches in a feud. You've got Goldberg wins the first one. Then maybe you have the Rumble where Brock will beat Goldberg in some funny finish, which sets up the WrestleMania match where you do the rubber match, and that's the end-all, say-all for the thing. But even though when it comes down to it, honestly, in my mind, I'm not sure if you guys are a lot like me. I always remember the first match of the feud more than anything else. Much like how Rusev, Rusev's not a good example, but the Rusev versus John Cena feud. Kevin Owens against John Cena. Everyone remembers Owens beat Cena at Elimination Chamber in his debut match. It wasn't, was it? I can't remember if it was the U.S. Championship Open Challenge or not. I don't think it was. I don't think the championship was on the line because I don't think Owens won the title and then lost it back. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. I know he's been Intercontinental Champion twice and the Universal Champion once. That I do know. But when you think about that, you always think about Owens winning that first match, even though I don't think Owens ever beat Cena again. AJ's beat him once. AJ beat him twice. He owes Cena a win. We haven't seen it yet, but it's coming sooner than later. A lot of people think it might be at WrestleMania for that Universal Championship, but we're not sure. It might not happen. Undertaker might have something to say about that, but when we look at that, man, that doesn't make sense either because of that whole deal. But Goldberg's going to be at Raw. Going to be the end-all, be-all for the Toronto people. They had a great weekend. They had the great NXT show. They had a great Survivor Series. That whole show was really, really good. And then they got Raw here. I'm not sure if they got SmackDown or not, but Goldberg on Raw. I hope Brock is there. I hope Brock beats him down because if they're going to make the Royal Rumble mean something and they want that to be one of the big matches, they got to jump on that fast. With the rest of the Monday Night Raw 5-point preview, honestly, this is going to be just sort of a pay-per-view review, it seems like, because everything else is going to be being set up out of the big Survivor Series matches. You had Cesaro and Sheamus. They won the tag team elimination chamber. They won the Elimination Survivor Series match. no doubt in my mind, before the Survivor Series, they were put together as a team. They were going to go up against the New Day. They weren't able to win the championship, and a lot of people thought they were going to be able to do this. It seems now at the end of the match, they have a little bit of respect. They need a little bit more to grow there, but at least they show that they're going to be able to work well together as a team, putting each other over a little bit for winning this match, but both of them think that they are the strongest member of this team. Cesaro and Sheamus going up against New Day. I think New Day has a little bit more time to make up where they beat the Demolition record, but once that's done, somebody needs to get the championships off of these guys. It happened for AJ when she beat the record of having the Divas Championship longer, and then it happened right away after Nikki Bella beat AJ for beating that record. I don't know, the tag team titles honestly have been dormant for a long time. New Day loses all the time in non-title matches. They just lost last Monday to Guns and Gallows. It doesn't look like Guns and Gallows are going to be the number one contenders. Looks like Sheamus and Cesaro are. They deserve a good shot at it. From there, the women's Survivor Series match was won by Bayley and Charlotte. Were winning it for Team Raw. Right after the match was over, there was no celebration. Charlotte immediately attacked Bayley. She got that sort of how the Grinch stole Christmas grin on her face and just went to town. Just putting the beat down on Bayley. Bayley should be moving into the number one contendership spot after Sasha Banks ended her feud at Hell in the Cell against Charlotte. I don't think it's time for Bayley to win the championship. I think that she needs to sort of almost go through her NXT storyline again where she's on the main roster, maybe doesn't think she's good enough, and then it's just, there's a win. There's a win. There's a win. Just continually starting to climb the ladder, because when she debuted, there was a time when they needed her up here. She immediately went into being the number one contender for the Women's Championship, and we haven't really seen her start to climb up from the bottom, being the underdog yet. But, getting a win in the Survivor Series is a really big deal. From here, we go into payoff from the men's 5-on-5 SmackDown vs. Raw match. It seems like we had some build-up to a breakup of Jericho and Owens, that this is going to happen yet. We had Kevin Owens come in with the actual list of Jericho hitting Rollins, causing Kevin Owens to be eliminated. Then Jericho picking up his list and just being distraught over the fact that Owens would use it as a weapon, not sort of treating it with respect. Turns around, RKO from Randy Orton, and Jericho is immediately eliminated, and Raw is down 2 competitors, leaving only Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns to fight off 3 competitors, being Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, and AJ Styles, before Dean Ambrose came running down to even up the score. I know that there's an announced Roadblock, which is the next WWE Network pay-per-view for the Monday Night Raw squad, and as of right now, it's announced that it's going to be Roman going up against Kevin Owens for the WWE Universal Championship, and Seth Rollins going up against Chris Jericho. But that breakup, it should be coming sooner than later. I don't know how you build this up into going in the directions of those singles matches, but it's announced in those markets, and I think WWE's actually tweeted them out as well. But then again, they changed the Survivor Series card. They had announced that it was going to be Ziggler against Zayn, and then I know that you can't announce a championship match without the championship changing. And then once it did happen at SmackDown number 900, changed it to Miz versus Sami Zayn, which I don't think had the same effect of being a really, really great match. But Seth Rollins did really well, so it'll be weird how they get him out of the title picture and Roman Reigns into the title picture. But then again, Roman Reigns was the last man standing that the Wyatts took down in order to win it. So we'll see what goes down to the post-Survivor Series Monday Night Raw. Cross our fingers that we see Brock Lesnar, but at least we'll get Goldberg one more time.